Thank you all for allowing me to have a quick minute of your time, probably be a little bit more, but also thank you for letting me come here today and participate. I've come a few times and I've got to say that the energy level and the difference in the way that everybody's interacting is really quite inspiring. So I'd just like to thank our executive up here for all the work that they've done. And I'm saying our executive because I've been a member of New Zealand Deerstalkers Association for 22 years now. So it's not like I'm just here because I'm political, a little bit, but also because myself, my 4 children and my husband are also members of this organisation. And what I'm seeing is a great change, and that's down to the leadership. So well done to all of you guys, and best of luck for those that are standing down. And thank you to those that are standing down for all the work that you've done on behalf of the organisation. And also to you all here, you're delegates to your branches, and you bring in information and you take back information and you're growing. Right now, we need to grow in all of our disciplines, and it's really important that we do. So I'd like to thank you for being representatives and volunteers in your clubs and organisations, and if you wouldn't mind, please take that back to your clubs and organisations, because what I'm hoping is that within the next few months, hopefully COVID willing, before the end of the year, the ACT Party are going to have a whole new arms bill, and I need to go out and consult on it. It's a novel thing, isn't it, consulting? But our plan within the ACT Party, and we've always made it quite clear, is that we want to have legislation that is workable and that does not demonise the firearms community. So we are coming up with something that's really quite different, but also quite simple. And when that's ready, I hope that you will allow me to come and visit the branches so that I can talk to you and get your feedback about what we are going to propose. The whole idea is that we go into 2023 elections with a bill that is fit for purpose, that has been consulted upon, that we can put on a coalition table and say, hey, we'd like to do this. What do you think, National? So in order for me to achieve that, I need this collaborative work. So please keep an eye out when that comes out. Hopefully towards the end of this year, beginning of next year, we've already had a slight delay because of COVID. One of the things that I do want to pull out is, and mention, because Gwyn mentioned it yesterday, is how we meet every month, and we do meet regularly. It's really important that you continue to speak to your CEO about the things that are occurring with you in your districts. What we have found is that in different areas, and this won't surprise you, there's no consistency in the way that police are administering the Arms Act. So when we have complaints and you give them to your CEO, he then comes to me in our meetings. I then go and ask questions of the Minister. It's the way that it all works. One of the things that's really important for me is detail and information. I can't go on hearsay, and neither can Gwyn. We actually need some of the detail. And a lot of the times we get some horrific stories about the way people have been treated, but then they don't want to put their hand up, and I understand that as well. So there's a little bit of a pushback from some saying, hey Nicole, you're not doing enough, we're not seeing you enough. But in actual fact, I need to gather data and information before I can act on some things. There's also situations where we can act on things in the background just to be able to keep people anonymous. So it's really important that you do keep talking to your CEO, because without him giving me feedback, I don't know what's going on and I can't act on your behalf. I'm holding other portfolios, and I think you'll remember last year I told you that I'm really struggling. I have the conservation portfolio, but justice is my big one. And there's a lot happening in that realm, and it hasn't stopped. Gun crime is up 47% since 2018. And being the justice spokesperson, we're trying to get the guns away from the gangs. That means coming up with new, fresh ideas, new bills, then debating them. So while firearms is my main portfolio, it's not my only portfolio, and I will not survive another term if I only work on the one portfolio. So I have justice, I have conservation, I have veterans, I've just been given fisheries as well. And boy, what a fun one that is. Do a policy, they said, Nicole, do a policy on fisheries. No one told me there was a commercial and recreational